Have you ever had a thought that just doesn't feel like your own? You know that feeling like someone or something else is pulling the strings in your mind? Well, if you've ever felt trapped in a mental pattern you just can't seem to escape, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to walk through step by step how to take back control.
You know, this right here, this is from a real person's question. And that feeling, it can be absolutely terrifying. That sense that you're being controlled by some outside force, whether you call it magical or something else entirely, it's deeply, deeply unsettling. And if this sounds familiar to you, I really want you to hear this. You're not alone, and that feeling is very, very real.
So let's start right there. We're going to approach this from a slightly different angle. The goal here isn't to dismiss what you're feeling at all. It's to find a more empowering explanation for it, one that actually gives you the keys to take back the driver's seat.
Look at this. On one side, you have these symbolic explanations our brain comes up with. Magical control, attraction traps. When we're totally overloaded with stress, our mind scrambles to put a label on the chaos. But on the other side, that's what's actually happening. It's rooted in real psychological processes, things like thought loops and intense anxiety. So let's be super clear. The feeling of being controlled is 100% real. It's just the explanation that we need to adjust.
And please, let this sink in for a second. This is not a moral failing. It's not a lack of willpower, and you are not weak. It's a sign that your brain's operating system is just overloaded. It's gotten stuck on a repeating track, like a skipping record. It's basically a technical problem, and the great thing about technical problems is that they have solutions. Okay, so if it's not magic, what in the world is it? Let's pop the hood and look at the actual mechanics of what's going on inside your head when you feel trapped in this cycle. Because once you understand the machinery, you can start to fix it.
First up, we've got intrusive thoughts. Honestly, the best way to think about these are like mental pop-up ads. They just appear out of nowhere, right? You didn't ask for them, and they can feel so bizarre, so alien, that it's really easy to believe they were planted there by someone else.
Next, there's this thing called hypervigilance. This is basically your brain's security system, but it's stuck in the on position. It's constantly scanning your environment for threats, looking for any little piece of evidence of control or manipulation. And this keeps your entire body and mind on high alert, 24/7. And let me tell you, that is absolutely exhausting. And then you've got rumination. This is the engine of the loop. It's the act of hitting replay on that same scary or distressing thought over and over and over. And every single time you replay it, you're strengthening that neural pathway. You're literally digging the groove of that thought loop deeper and deeper into your brain, which is why it feels so impossible to escape.
So here's the crucial takeaway. The real source of this feeling isn't some external magical force. It's an internal combination of extreme stress and learned fear patterns. And honestly, this is actually good news. Why? Because you have influence over your internal state. You can't control the outside world, but you can work on what's happening inside.
All right, we've defined the problem, we get what's going on, now let's talk about the solution. Here are 5 real, concrete, actionable steps you can start using, right now, to break that loop and start to escape. I want you to think of these 5 steps as your personal toolkit for mental freedom. We're going to walk through each one, giving you a really practical plan to get back that sense of being in control. Step 1 is so simple, but it is incredibly powerful. You just name it. You don't have to argue with the thought. You don't fight it. You simply label it for what it is. You can even say it out loud. This is a thought loop. The moment you name it, you create a little bit of distance. You break its illusion of being this absolute, unshakable reality. Okay, step 2 is absolutely critical. You can't think your way out of a panic. You can't calm a frantic mind when it's in a frantic body. Grounding pulls your attention out of that chaotic world of thought and plants you back into the physical reality of right here, right now. So let's just try a quick exercise together. Wherever you are, just take a second, look around the room, and slowly, calmly, just name 5 things you can see. It could be a lamp, a book, a crack in the ceiling. It doesn't matter what it is. Just notice them. Good. Now let's shift to your hearing. What are 3 distinct sounds you can hear right now? Maybe it's the faint hum of a refrigerator, traffic outside, or even just the sound of your own quiet breathing. Just listen. And finally, let's focus on your breath. We're just going to take 2 slow breaths together. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4. And now a long, slow breath out through your mouth for 6. Let's do that one more time. A slow breath in and a really long, slow breath out. You see? An exercise that simple can manually tell your entire nervous system that it's safe to calm down. Step 3 is all about breaking that cycle of rumination. Every time you find yourself trying to analyze the thought,
Who's doing this to me? Why is this happening? You're just throwing more fuel on the fire. The antidote is not more thinking. The antidote is action. Get up, walk around, wash a dish, fold a piece of laundry, do anything physical. Control comes back through doing, not through overthinking. Step 4 is about taking back your power. I want you to make this your mantra. Say it to yourself. Thoughts are events in my brain, not commands. A thought can pop up, sure, but you don't have to salute it. You don't have to obey it. You are the one in charge here. You get to decide which thoughts get your energy and your belief.
And finally, step 5, connect with somebody. These thought loops absolutely thrive in isolation, where they can just echo and grow louder and louder without any challenge. Reaching out to a trusted friend, a family member, that is not a sign of weakness. It is essential brain hygiene. It's as important as brushing your teeth.
Now, these tools are powerful, they really are, but sometimes we need more support, and it's so important to recognize when it might be time to take that next step and seek some professional help. There's zero shame in this, none.
If you're looking at this list and nodding along, if fear is just dominating your entire day, or you genuinely feel like you can't stop these thoughts on your own, that's a really clear sign to reach out. Think of it like this. If your heart's rhythm was off, you'd see a cardiologist, right? Well, a therapist or a psychiatrist can help you regulate your brain's thought rhythm. It is simply healthcare for your most vital organ.
So as we wrap this up, I really want these words to land. You are not under magical control. You are in a stress-induced loop. It's a pattern that can be understood, and a pattern that can absolutely be broken. You have the tools, and you have the power to do it.
You deserve to have peace of mind. You deserve to feel safe in your own head. So the only real question left is the one right here. Are you ready to break the loop? Because that path to freedom, it starts right now with that decision.